hills. You can't venture too much in the city and town. They don't want to see you, because them figure say you bring certain light to the people.
My name is Selborne A. Reed. I'm an ex-Jamaican policeman, retired detective inspector. I recall even in my own growing up, Rastafarians were not accepted per se as ordinary citizens. Eventually I joined the force, and I recall that in our shooting range, the targets were oftentimes the image of a Rastaman with locks placed there. And in our mind, that was the look of a criminal. And so we would use those images as targets.
If for any reason, if they catch you with little weed and you go to jail and you're a Rasta, the first thing they might do is trim you.
My observation of how the security forces treated Rasta, that for me was the biggest deterrent, It wasn't, I could deal with my father like forsaking me because I know he would come around eventually. I could deal with people in the community who think that, well, all right, from you step up to the fate of Rasta, this is the end of it. But you see, the way how the security forces treated Rasta, it was like not a very attractive thing.
The first tribulation on the Rastafari movement in Jamaica was 1950, when a man by the name of Wappy King go on the Palisades Road, which is the Norman Manley Airport Road, and there was a Chinese girl and a Chinese boy on the beach, and him killed the boy and rape off the girl and throw the girl in the sea thinking she go drown, and then him ride off and leave her. When she get rescued, she told the police that it's Rasta because the guy have on him beard, but him didn't have no hair on him head. He was a rascal under this guy of Rasta. So when him do him wickedness, him go shave off. So there was a man who saw him coming from that way on a bicycle and know that the guy is that kind of guy and see him trim off him beard. So he report to the police that guy. But the girl said, while him and her, he was doing what him doing, raping, she crop up him face, which have a whole heap of mark in her fingernail, mark up him face. So everywhere them see a Rasta, them take knife and cut off him head off him face. I search to them mark they know to find out. So every man who have a beard was being persecuted for that.
And one man, when I push a car, I have a little contract, go to Alpha. Come from Alpha, I see a crowd in Coronation Market. When I look and ask why, them say a Rasta man who sweep in the market. Police beat him up and then carry him gone to hospital, public hospital. So when policeman then come down there, and catch all the Rasta man and buy them nuts, and hold them, and put on something and bite the step on them, the button, and catch them drum, and step in at the drum and throw all the drum them in a fire. And we start run, so if we run from them because they have tear gas.
First, you had Prince Edward Emmanuel's convention. That was a long 21 days convention that they had in over in Bacawal, and with the expectation, according to some people, that they were to return to Africa at the end of that. The following year came Reverend Claudius Henry's Decision Day on October 5th, 1958, which was Decision Day, when the world would see the miraculous repatriation to Africa. Well, that created a crisis only for Henry's group, though I'm told that from the reports I received when I was doing that research, that many other people not belonging to his organization, which was called the African Reformed Church, had attached themselves to his movement in the expectation that they would be repatriated. People come from all over the country, apparently. Then came 1960 events, Henry again, when he was found with arms and a letter to Fidel Castro inviting the Castro government to come to Jamaica to take over this country as they depart for Africa. And that was the crisis that was precipitated for the movement, generally speaking.
The Reynold Henry case was disposed of within 6 months. In fact, from the time that Reynold Henry was arrested, was tried in the Supreme Court by a jury in a court that was presided over by the then Chief Justice. The case went to the Court of Appeal and to the Federal Court of Appeal that was part of the old federal structure. All of that took place within the space of 1 year, and the executions actually took place just a year after the event. So that is an indication of the speed and the anxiety that accompanied that case, and it is important to understand that because it is an index of the sense of fear and terror that persons who did not understand the Rastafarian movement, or persons who felt badly about it, felt adverse to the Rastafarian movement, how they reacted to the Coral Gardens trial.
Now, today is the first day of independence for the latest new nation of the Commonwealth, Jamaica. Her new status, which was marked at midnight last night by the lowering of the Union Jack in Kingston, the capital, came soon after the dissolution of the West Indian Federation, from which, of course, Jamaica had already broken away.
Now, Linston Market. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Carry up, keep on Linston Market, not a quarter what sell. Carry up, keep on Linston Market, not a quarter what sell. Lord, what a night, not a bite. What a Saturday night. Lord, what a night, not a bite. What a Saturday night.
Holy Thursday, 1963, a news come over the ear. Say, uprising in Montego Bay, Coral Garden. 6 Rasta, burn down a gas station, kill a man, 3 the Rasta get shot dead, 2 arrested, 1 at large, 300 in jail.
I wrote about the incident of the Rastafarian uprising as of April 11, 1963. I was one of the police officers in that incident. We received reports from whilst at the station, from the area that a gas station was on fire. So I went in the armory, and the inspector had ordered that I take out 6 rifles with ammunition. I took the rifles out, and they were distributed among the men, including myself. And we loaded a long base Land Rover and went towards Coral Gardens.
We are in Salt Spring, which is very important in the Coral Garden incident. Why is it important? Because the brother who had the problem with the system, with Babylon, he used to have his farm just about a mile or two from here, above Salt Spring in Flowoil next door. With Salt Spring and Flowoil are like neighbors, you know. Most of the people in Salt Spring, Flowoil, work on the property at Rosal.
Will never go, never.
No, Rudolph went up on the property and him a burn coal. Him never work with the planters them.
Yeah.
So the coal when I burn now, them claim so the people them where they develop never like the smell, the coal burning. So then tell him to go over yonder.
Yeah.
So then go over yonder and you have a ranger who bump. You know some Jamaican ranger them bumpy.
Yeah.
And then go up there and see man say, Rasta boy, you know, so you know fi burn coal for the people them property. So the thing now, they have a place down in the sun in White Gut. Everybody afraid, I know people afraid down there so. You have a road from now a half moon, go right to where me live there now in the Mount Zion, because Mount Zion me live. And then so the police then go down and catch him. Around 3 police nights up here, so they must say want him on the Rasta fi tap and come in and so them not tap because him not go on a mission.
Yeah.
So they so now the police and thing and the news go out to Rasta police war. So you know hell was loose.
Brother Franklin, at that time, was a very popular youngster among the Rastafarians group in Jamaica, Montego Bay. And not only was he popular among Rastafarians, but he was popular among the underprivileged youngsters in the entire area.
So now we have Rudolph as we father. Because, you know, most of we call him with father. To how him used to treat us as young youth.
My name is Sheena Franklin. I am the daughter of Rudolph Franklin. He always come, you know. He see people running up and down. You don't know who is here. Rudolph. They wonder to myself because I was so small. They wonder to myself, say, who is this man that everybody have to, you know, run up and down? Rudolph is in the place and things like that.
And one evening we coming from school, we see a guy lie down into a jeep like this, lie on him face with him foot stretched out the back. So everybody tried to wondering, who is the person? So we didn't know who is it until about 8 o'clock in the evening. There's a man come from out where we were living and tell us that Rudolph get shot today. No, that was 1961. Yeah, 1961, October.
I know Rudolph. I don't know his whereabouts, where he live. I don't know nothing about him. I only know that I buy coal, I buy corn, I buy peas, bean, and I buy okra from him. That's what I know. I don't know nothing. I don't know if he was a bad man. I don't know if he was a good man. Until I hear that them shoot him.
Rudolph's father died and leave a lot out of Carl Garden. When he go on the lot now, he start chop it down and burn coal. And they then make them start farm. Till they get the land clear now, then start farm. After they start farm now, Rosal manager, they send workers over there to check what the man they do. But then say, a Rosal, then they pan. So after them go there and check you out and carry back the news to the manager. Say then they farm this and then they farm that. Then say, all right. Then they set up for good when the project start reap. When they start reap the project now, then carry a battalion of police go there. And when they go the battalion of police go there, then chop down, they reap what they reap, pumpkin, melon, every little thing what they see, they reap it. And after they reap it now, then the order to chop it down, and then chop it down.